Close enough. All right. That's our intro to the show. Hey, it's time for the live radio show. This is pre-recorded this week. We are not in WWSU studios, so don't look for us there on Tuesday night. We're not there. We're actually at DATV studio in their pod room to do this, and we're being recorded.
We are.
So, yeah, not just on audio. You're going to get to see my pretty face too, or at least what this doesn't block. What the filter doesn't block from me. Anyway, I'm your host Don Smith. This is a live radio show. My guest co-host is back again. My favorite guest co-host, I can say that. I think everybody will understand.
Aww.
Charlie Hester.
Hello,
is back
glad
in the
to be
studio.
here, as always.
With no babysitter today. No babysitter for either of us.
This may get a little dicey.
The things we can do once Keith leaves.
I don't have no babies.
My first guest is in already. Keith Irvin is in. Actually helped set up all the camera work and everything so we can keep going and get make our television debut of the live radio show.
Ain't that special?
I am so excited. You can't tell because his shirt's tight, but
is that what it is?
Are you sure? It's just the shirt. It's
Must
just
be the muscles.
Yes. I don't want to show them off. It's all she can do to keep her hands off me already.
I'll put them up on the table so everybody can see. Hand check.
Yep. Hand check. Where's my other one? Okay.
Mine are busy right now.
Yep. He just loves recording stuff. Welcome to the show again.
Well, thank you.
It's been a little while. What have you had going on? I know you're doing a lot of stuff here. You're doing a lot of you have D Strong Productions?
I have D Strong Production, my production company I produce. We're producing a new one with Mr. Raymond Jackson, comedian. It's called Serious Comedian with Raymond Jackson. The first shoot, matter of fact, is here in 2 weeks. So
awesome.
Exciting.
And it's kind of like a Bill Maher type.
Are you trying to do a live studio audience kind of thing, or
we would like to get up to that level? Yeah.
Okay.
But right now we'll have like 4 guests. Right now we're gonna start out with comedians, but eventually we would like to get like artists or political figures to join in with it. You know what I mean?
Right. To
for
make
whatever
it even
the topic
serious.
is. Yeah. Well, it's going to be serious. But
right.
of course,
so, no jokes.
We're comics, so we're going to do what we do. But
right. It's hard to turn that off sometimes.
Right.
Comics aren't known for that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, we got that coming up. So I'm pretty excited about that one. And then I said I wasn't going to do it, but I signed up for another stage play.
Yeah, awesome.
With Mr. Cortez Jackson.
Another one with Cortez Jackson.
What show are you doing?
It's called let me think now.
You can come back to it if you need
I'll have to come back.
If you need a moment.
Because you caught me off guard, you know what I mean?
we never do that on this show.
No, not ever. Never. All the time, every show.
So yeah, I got that. I got big show coming up with Donnie Baker next month.
Sweet.
I'm really excited about.
Sweet. Where's that one at?
Feature. It's in Williamsport, Ohio.
Oh, a big town of
80, I believe. I think somebody had a baby, so it might be 81.
Oh, well,
I'm not sure.
Tell the mayor congratulations.
Yeah. So yeah, I got.
My next question is: have they seen a black man before? Is this going to be a first
matter
for
of fact,
too? A new baby?
I did. I did a Christmas show there a couple of years ago, so I think their first experience.
Oh, okay. Well, that's exciting that you get to be there first
at Christmas too.
Back.
So it was like the gift that keeps on giving.
Awesome. You've gone out of town to out of state.
Yeah. I've been. He brought me down to Florida when he was doing a fundraiser to
awesome.
Host an opener for him.
That's awesome. Swear to God it is.
I swear to God. Yes, he's a really good guy. Really nice.
Yeah.
So
really nice.
when you do your show with him, will you please grab one of the beer koozies that he's got for me? I've been trying to get my hands on one because they say something that is of particular interest to me.
All right. Well, you have to tell me which one, and I will definitely grab it for you.
Yeah.
Probably can't say it on the radio, can you? So-
No.
Okay. That's
No. Well, but you know, it's Donnie Baker. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Exactly.
though we don't have a babysitter, if we're going to put this on the air, we should
Right.
probably behave a little bit.
Yeah, a
Just
little
bit.
A little bit.
Dang it.
So where's the idea of serious comedians come from? Is that
That's
yours,
all
or is
Ray's.
that Ray's?
Ray
Okay.
Ray had an idea. He's been wanting to do it for a while because he's always on his Facebook page. He always picking at and
Yeah.
throwing the issues out. You know what I mean? So now I guess he wants to sit down and really talk about it.
Yeah,
So-
that could be very entertaining.
Yeah.
And-
So I told him it's a 30-minute show, so I told him it's gonna go really quick,
Yeah.
and especially when you get into your conversations,
Yeah. About time
before you
for
know
to
it,
be
it's like
done,
ding
yeah.
ding.
Yeah, well, that's how this show is. Usually,
So-
the last hour we're really rolling.
We ease into it.
Yeah, well, yeah. You don't want to cram it in all at once. You just want to.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Now, I was going to talk to you, Charlie, about the video I witnessed earlier, the Facebook Live video of your talking about your experience with what was it, positive reinforcement or
Positive affirmation.
Positive affirmation, and it wasn't Stuart Smalley on this one. It was,
No. I believe that every day I want to fill my mind with positive messages, and so I have several positive messages they're my favorites, and I love them, and I listen to them every single day, and I have them memorized. So today I was trying to find a new one, and of course I was driving, and I did like the little search with my voice command and just said positive affirmations. And there were several different options, and I couldn't really read the titles because they sort of cut off. And I'm like, I'll listen to this one. And
as they do on your phone app. So,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
always get the
Right.
whole title.
right.
No,
Yeah,
you
you get the
can't.
dot.
You can get surprised sometimes.
Yeah, and so I found one that I really enjoyed that was talking about positive affirmations for leadership, and I thought that one was excellent.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
so I downloaded that one, and then I went to the next album, and it said positive affirmation for P ... and I'm like, oh, this could be totally good, and
Right, because it's for positivity.
right,
apparently.
and
Yeah,
there are
that's
no I believe positivity has no limits. Until it started playing, and it was positive affirmations for premature ejaculation and overcoming that obstacle.
which
And-
is a terrible obstacle.
well,
yeah, it's,
I would imagine that it would be. I have no
Yeah,
working, not well.
Now, I heard years ago they were working on a cure for that, and it's coming quickly.
But on phone.
Yeah, that was an old
Nice.
that was an old one. That was a Father Time.
If we
would
have
probably told
subtitles
that
on
one
this show, how are you going to spell coming?
How else?
Yeah.
There's only one way.
Gosh darn it. So
Now-
anyway, but yeah, so I was so taken aback because I wasn't expecting it. I was like, I'm in the
Nobody.
zone.
It's premature
No.
ejaculation. Nobody expects it.
Yeah, and it just started off, and the very first thing was like, I am in control of my penis, and I'm like, wow, what is
Nice.
this? And I just listened, and I mean, like I said, I don't mean to offend anyone who struggles with this issue, but
Because it's a serious.
And we appreciate
it
that.
really is. So, but I laughed so hard, and finally I had to pull over and do a Facebook Live because I had to get it out. It was
Sometimes it is.
Yeah.
sometimes you just got to do that.
Yep. Sometimes you have to get it out quickly while it's still.
You really do. So anyway, I now have that very first one downloaded, and it's on my playlist because I think I'm going to refer back to that.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
You're hoping for a whole series.
Yeah, and
Well, it's good that you get
there
control of your
is.
penis. That's really the goal that we all have.
Yes,
I mean,
we do.
I control mine well because I keep it in a drawer. I don't know what everybody else is doing with it, or in my glove box. That's the other place it may reside.
Well, you never know when
Well, they
Then
say
you're-
don't text and drive. They ain't say nothing about that.
Well, I mean, rest stops exist for
Oh,
a reason, is what I'm saying.
It says rest.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
I'm relaxing.
That's resting. That's a form of relaxation.
Okay.
It sure is.
I could have sworn, but I thought it was going to be positive Afro Americans.
Well, now see,
I was waiting for that one.
yeah, I wonder if something like that exists.
Yes, it does. www.keithirvin.com.
There you go.
That was
nice
a premature
plug.
ejaculation.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
It's only a
okay.
3-minute clip.
Well, sometimes you don't need more than 3 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes.
So, oh, mercy.
So, yeah.
Where do we go from here?
So how's everybody's weekend?
Short.
Yeah,
Short.
it's over too quickly is what it was.
It did go quick. Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm
The
done.
way you were acting for a second, I thought you might have lost control of it.
I almost did, but I'm trying to pull it back.
Okay.
Sort of like when you get the giggles in church or at like a funeral or something
is
really
nothing
really
like church.
Right, yeah, no.
I know, but I don't want to.
You don't want to giggle the whole time. You don't want to
Well, I'm
just sit over
already,
there. And
like,
we're going to be doing a serious radio broadcast, and you're going to be giggling about penis control.
Yeah.
She said, yeah.
It's called branding, Don.
Yeah, I guess if we didn't giggle about penises
I
on
know.
this show, nobody'd know what we were.
It's the life.
Yeah, welcome
the
to Life.
life.
Do you have control of your penis? That's the.
That's got to be, yeah.
I think that might be the title.
That
of this
would, I
episode.
think so.
So, I mean, just out of the blue.
That's when that Google search will get you in trouble every time.
That it will.
You just don't know how many times I've been searching and just seeing naked boobies and
Oh,
Well, that's what you're
I don't
looking
understand
for,
what
though.
I'm doing wrong.
Yeah.
That could be it.
that's what
I
happens
mean, it depends
when
on
you
what
put
you.
hits
Yeah,
into
when
the
you
search
put
bar.
when you put naked boobies into the
Yeah.
search bar,
Yeah.
you're gonna get them.
Okay,
When you put positive premature ejaculation affirmation.
I didn't put it in there. I'm just trying to live my happy little life.
Well, it worked.
It did. It did. I genuinely. That brought me so much joy. It just. Oh, I'm gonna keep laughing about it probably.
Well, I couldn't help but giggle a little bit watching the Facebook Live. I was like, yeah, that is, and she wonders why she's my favorite guest co-host. That right there.
Because I'm consistent.
Because because you keep coming back, no matter what.
Right.
No matter what happens. I gotta tell you the number that just won't come back anymore.
I can't imagine not coming back.
I don't know. It's hard to imagine, even if we change studios.
I
Yeah.
kind of dig this. This is okay. So now, what all happens here at DATV?
Oh, everything.
A little
they got-
bit.
Like I said, I had a TV. Well, yeah, I had a TV show, Comedy Ain't Easy. I did with Brock Shank. We did probably 20 episodes. It's
Wow.
on my YouTube channel if you want Keith Irvin or D Strong Productions.
Okay.
You can watch them. I have various comedians come on and we just talk about their career and.
Incidentally, he's never had me on that show.
Oh, I have not, have I?
Now.
Just kidding.
I think Comedy Ain't Easy is about to make another show now.
You're gonna have
You
to
make
do the
me
lost
feel good.
episode.
Yeah, we'll do them in the parking lot of Myers.
Perfect.
I got to
Even
do some.
better behind.
I got to do
Myers,
some.
back at the
I'm not
loading
going.
dock.
I'm
It's
not
gotta-
Not going behind Myers.
It depends on which
I've heard
one. There's
stories.
some of them I wouldn't, but you know.
But yeah, they've got different
not like
types
a
of TV shows people put out, produce Christian or spiritual channel, and they've got a regular channel, and it goes out on Spectrum cable. Is it Spectrum, right?
Yes, Time Warner. Spectrum,
Yeah, Time Warner Spectrum.
Used
yeah.
to be Time
They have
Warner.
it's
and
an
then
access
Spectrum
channel.
ruined it. I bought
Okay.
them.
And they have them like in every state has a access where amateurs
Right.
go in and make whatever they want. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm.
It's frightening,
it's,
isn't it?
it's quite it's very fun. We'll have to give you a tour once you
Yes,
get
I
done.
would love that.
Check it out.
So-
It's a nice place. can do a lot of stuff here. Green screen is amazing.
I love green screens.
Yeah, membership's only $50
Yeah.
a year too, and if you have the right amount of insurance, you can take these cameras out for like 3-4 days at a time, something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
So you can shoot your own stuff.
I've shot quite a few shows. Did the toy drive show at Wiley's this last
Wiley's.
year.
What's Wiley's?
Wiley's is
It's
a
shirt. It's
Yeah.
just a
Never
shirt.
heard of
That's
it.
Really?
Never heard of it.
I had some kind of loose affiliation with it.
Emphasis on loose.
That's all my affiliations.
Me too.
yeah. But yeah,
Emphasis on Phil. No.
Oh Lord.
This will probably have to air in the late evenings on DATV.
No, I think we're all right. I think we're on the cuff, but
Yeah, we insinuate. We don't actually spell it out. We just very heavily lean.
Right,
in,
because we are
certain directions,
in control of our
Right, because we are in full control.
that's right. That's right. I think this is gonna go into the second half of the show.
Oh yeah, this peanut is going to keep going throughout the whole 2 hours.
So you got two
Which is
women on that
impressive.
one.
Very impressive. May not be in control the whole time.
My mouth hurts. Stop it.
So Keith, how you been? So you, what else? See, it's hard to talk about serious things now. So once you threw a penis into the mix,
Right, yeah,
it's really
yeah.
hard to
It's it.
come back from that.
So what made you decide I will take care of this?
Okay,
I
go
know
ahead,
how
'cause
to
Bring it
manage.
back around.
I absolutely can. What made you decide to get into like video production and things like that? What was do you remember? Was there a certain moment?
Well, when I first started doing comedy, I did it. I turned 50, so it was like a bucket list. A friend of mine, it's like, let's do it, try it.
Right.
So I did it, went up, and everybody thought I did pretty good. So then I heard about this place, and I'm like, man, I bet I could throw some comedy in there or do some kind of show. So when I signed up in 2014, I kind of I let it lay. I think I did one shoot and didn't do anything with it.
Gotcha.
So 2 years later, I started
You've been
really,
a member a long time here.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
yeah, I really started getting down and really just, because you've got to go out and do it. I mean, they give you the workshop, but you've got to just go out and just do it, make mistakes. And I mean, there's been
That's
many.
how you learn.
Yeah.
Funny, I interviewed Scotty Mays.
Love
And
Scotty.
I'm like, this is gonna be beautiful. We were at the Caroline Bells,
I remember.
Okay.
which
I don't know what that is.
okay, you're from.
I'm from Illinois.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like a big park. It's got like the Caroline Bell that go off at a certain time.
Okay.
It's a Dayton, one of the Dayton sites. So I thought we'd go out there. It's a beautiful sunny day. Set up the camera, had the mic cords going in, and shot for a half hour, talking to Scotty about the drug addiction and everything like that.
Right.
And then I went back to shut the camera off from recording.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I turned it back on.
Okay.
So that whole time we weren't recording.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah. Scotty was a trooper though. He
Went back and recovered everything.
well, no, because by that time, we were already had been there for a couple of hours, so we just shot it down. So I just brought him in the studio and we kind of redid it. Matter of fact, he's been on there. Sorry, a couple of times.
It's okay. It's okay, Keith. No, Keith and I actually knew each other before we started comedy, briefly, because you started about the same time I started working with you, because we were both maintenance men at the same hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, I was second shift, he was third shift.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys sort of like tag teamed in and
yeah,
out.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why we became such good friends. Is I loved watching him walk in, because that meant I was
You
on
were
my
going
way
out.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh,
That's the only
best friend
reason.
is here.
I mean, that's just every time I come, it's like, man, are we glad to see you?
Yeah.
for no other reason because they're leaving.
In fact, when you walked in, I was like, "Oh, sweet!" I about got up and left the room. It's conditioning.
Yeah, it's not hard to do sometimes. Yeah, I tell you, I've been there 25 years, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are you still working there?
I work third shift. I'll be going in a couple hours. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very tired.
Yeah.
It's going to be going in. Yeah.
So, but
I'm
I
not there
enjoy it.
anymore.
That's why I
went
do
elsewhere,
this.
so.
I enjoy doing it. Somebody just asked me a little bit ago, how much do you get paid for that? When I was watching the Christmas show we did.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it was a benefit show, so you didn't get any money. But
Right.
It happens.
that's all I got.
It happens. It happens.
You know what I mean?
Most of the shows I do are benefit
Yeah.
shows because I don't get paid.
Yeah.
I've been doing this radio show as a benit for
Yeah.
over 4
And they even,
years
yeah,
now.
they even asked about this. You get paid for that? No, you don't get paid for putting the show. You either got to like it or...
Well, the hope is that eventually, it
Yes.
gets
Pays
popular,
off.
it gets
Yeah.
picked up, and you are suddenly somebody.
Because people don't know. I mean, like, what was that?
I'm sick of being nobody.
But
What was
you
the
are
odor?
somebody. So are you.
Oh, yeah, I definitely know.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
just remember positive affirmation
That's right.
and control of your penis.
I'm glad this ain't a caller because my ex sure would be calling in.
She'd have some opinions on if you
Yeah.
were somebody or not.
Yeah, she'd
Yeah,
probably
and the control is.
she'd probably throw in a quickie.
All right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and hit the comedy rundown and take a little break, play some music. I don't know what we're going to play
Is
yet.
it that
'cause
time already?
It is. We're like 23 minutes into this episode. So
How
far,
did
isn't
we
it?
do
Yeah.
that?
Because we're good.
Is that what it is?
It has to be.
I think it's
something
the
like
chemistry.
that, yeah. It's yeah. What chemistry?
I'm thinking Mod Squad 2.0.
Oh, okay. I was thinking LSD.
I mean, sure, either way.
Here's this week's comedy rundown brought to you by the legendary Wiley's Comedy Club at 101 Pine Street in Dayton's historic Oregon District. Call 224-JOKE or go to wileyscomedy.com for all the best in Dayton comedy. All right.
Do we need to get like all the burps out?
Get all your bodily functions taken care of.
All right.
Keith, get control of your penis.
That's what I've been doing for the week.
Oh, that's what that squeaking was. I thought that was your chair.
Those are just my old testicles.
Why aren't we recording this?
You're like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. Now we're recording it. There we go. I clapped. That
Got
way
it?
the cameras can. Yeah, we're good.
That way the
We're good.
cameras can...
We have to
You can
sync up
sync
the
it.
sound. Yeah.
Oh, so you just do a big clap?
Yeah. Even though we're recording on that too, it's going right to that. So,
Right.
but still,
Yeah,
have
but
to
that
sync it up,
one's-
yeah. That one.
Wait, that's my camera.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yes, not important. It's still getting the sound from the board, so we're good.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get this whole thing figured out somehow. I don't know. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Hey, we're back on the live radio show, by the way.
We're back. We're black.
case you- yeah.
Well,
The third.
sorry, guys.
There are a lot of things I can be in this world, but that's not one of them.
Well, welcome back to the live radio show. I'm your host, Don Smith. Charlie Hester still sitting in as a guest co-host. She hasn't run off yet.
No,
Giggling
never.
about premature ejaculation. Gosh,
Dang
that's
it.
so immature. Just totally, or premature. Either way, immature ejaculation. That's even worse.
Right, you let yourself down.
I always do.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, and do we want to throw anything else out there, or do we want to delve into some news stories? Do we want to get into the big dirty news stories?
Get it.
Okay.
I won't understand it, but get it.
Get it. Whatever it is, get it.
This is my favorite part because I never can predict what news Don is going to pick.
Right.
For
I
each
usually
week.
can't either.
You just
Just whatever looks. There might be something in there. Because what I used to do, I'd go through, and if there was something, even if it was just somebody's name
right.
that gave me a giggle, I'd put it in there. And some stuff I don't. By the time I read these, I don't remember what I put down half the time because it's like I do it in a hurry, and it usually takes me about 20 minutes of going through and just
Oh, okay.
So by the
just
time I get
random.
them, I don't have a lot of memory
Gotcha.
of what I actually. Wait, where am I?
So what you're
because
going to read
I've been accused of making all this stuff up about them ahead of time. It's like I don't even know what they are.
Right.
I
Or where
try
it came
my best
from.
to forget them so that I don't seem like it's all practiced and pre-written because that kills the majesty of it.
Well, no, that makes sense. So everybody gets surprised.
Right, everybody.
But,
Yeah, because a lot of
not
times
just
that's why I do such a poor job of reading them.
You do not.
because I don't really remember half of them.
You are delightful.
You are delightful.
Thanks, guys. State police say a Western New York man faked his own abduction and robbery because he was short of cash owed in a Super Bowl pool. Troopers found 60-year-old Robert Brandel of North Tonawanda tied up in his pickup truck Monday in a parking lot in Newfane, about 30 miles north of Buffalo. Brandel told troopers 2 men involved in the Super Bowl squares robbed him of $16,000, drove him around for 2 days, and left him tied up in his pickup truck. Investigators determined that Brandel had entered some fake names in his $50,000 squares pool, hoping to take most of the winnings, but instead ended up short for the payouts. Brandel was charged with fraud and falsely reporting an incident. $50,000 football pool.
Wow.
And he entered a bunch of fake names.
Right. It ain't like the dollar pool.
Right.
Right.
$50,000. That's there's some things you shouldn't enter money into. That's a little much.
Yeah, that's
Especially with all the fake names. 'Cause I just want to know
This
because
doesn't seem like it was a good decision at any point.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like he's all that bright. So I really want to know what names he used. That would have been such an important part of that article,
Right.
Because how creative can he be?
Right. See, this is
And,
where it
you
would have
know,
helped that you could have read it and
Right,
investigated.
But it
a little
wasn't
bit
there.
more.
It wasn't there. It wasn't there. I tried. To
Oh, they
find
didn't
it.
have the names,
They
though,
didn't have the names. It
What
would have
the
been
hell?
great if they did, because his real
Letting
name.
us down?
What was his real name? Was Robert Brandel.
Okay. Man, news story. They need to
Yeah.
give us the parts,
Exactly.
the details that we find important.
That's why we need the rest of the story. That's what we need. That's what we
do.
need. But who was
That's-
that? Walter
I'm gonna go look
Cronkite?
it. I'm gonna go Google it.
That's who we need
yeah.
back.
I'm gonna Google it when I get home.
You're gonna.
I'm sure
you're
I'll
gonna-
get boobs again, but
Well, they have hormone therapy. So
I have to check my. I think it's my spelling that's wrong. But I'm gonna give it a try. Damn it!
well, his name is Robert Brandel, not Randy Brothel. So
I just heard booby.
or
booby.
Brothel Handy or something like. So yeah, don't bet with fake names and money you don't have. That's the
Yeah.
lesson of
Right.
the day. And,
How'd he tie himself up? Is
amazing control of his penis.
wow.
Because you got to be able to hold so you can tie a knot. Anyway, I'm moving on. The Alabama police. Oh, this one I do remember
Lord.
somewhat. Alabama police, which Alabama with this article is moving up toward Florida.
No.
Oh, Alabama police say a dispute over crab legs at a dinner buffet ended in a brawl that left 2 people facing
seen
misdemeanor
that one.
charges. Huntsville police officer Gerald Johnson.
Gerald
Johnson's
Johnson.
Says he was eating at the Meteor Buffet restaurant, which is a classy joint, I'm sure, when a fight broke out. Johnson tells HNT-TV that diners were using service tongs like fencing swords.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And plates were shattering, and a woman was beating a man. Johnson says diners had been waiting in line for crab legs for more than 10 minutes, and they lost their tempers once the food came out. The station reports Chiquita Jenkins.
I knew it. I knew it.
Chiquita Jenkins is charged with assaulting John Chapman, who suffered a cut on his head. Chapman is charged with disorderly conduct. Court records aren't available to show whether either person has a lawyer. My guess is no. If you have to fight over buffet crab legs,
Listen,
you probably
I
don't
tell
have
you
anybody on retainer.
I was at a buffet and seen the line for them to bring out the fresh crab leg, and it is a
You were
fight.
at this particular
it?
buffet?
No. I've just seen it before it's real. Crab legs.
The struggle is real.
Yeah, I mean, they stand there and they wait for the fresh ones to come out, and it's like,
Yeah, I can imagine. I
Yeah.
can imagine. It's
I mean, I like crab legs, but I'm not losing a finger over.
See, I can't do buffets anymore. For one, I eat way too much, and I kind of got my ex-wife.
Now-
My ex-wife ruined me on buffets
Okay.
because she she used to love going to Chinese buffets.
Okay.
And she thought that all you can eat was like all you could ever eat again.
Oh.
She actually had a buffet purse. She had a purse she would take to the Chinese buffet that was a plastic lined purse about this, it was big. It was like 3 or 4 cubic feet. And she would go to the buffet long after she was done eating, and she would just throw stuff in napkins into her buffet purse.
That's hilarious.
No,
Yeah.
it's not hilarious, gentlemen. It is genius.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got a great idea now, don't you?
I'm gonna go out and get me a
Get
buffet
you a
purse.
buffet. I'll give you her
Lord.
number, and she can recommend where you get the best buffet purses.
Now you're gonna start. Hey, there's your go.
All
You
the
can-
buffets in
can make
Illinois
buffet
are going to be
purses.
closed down. You're going to
There'll
run
be
them
no
out of
crab
business.
legs anywhere. Come with
Yeah,
my
you're
own
gonna start
tongs.
so many fights.
Well, bring your own tongs. That's crazy.
Yeah, so the buffet purse. I hated that thing. That's why we stopped going to buffets.
Because it was just
Because
too much.
it was stealing is what. Because that's what I tried to explain. It's all you can eat here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not all you can fit in your bag and eat
Yeah.
at some
Right.
point in the future.
I see some where they like load up, they eat and then they load up another plate and ask for a to-go box. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you can't. Or they'll make something like, especially the ice cream, and they'll make it all prettied up. And can we get this to go? No, you
Nope,
can't.
you can't. It's all you can eat here.
Here.
Wow, you guys have real strict buffets.
Oh
here.
yeah, absolutely.
Wow,
Well,
I don't think anybody
used to
gives a
work-
crap in my hometown. They're just excited for any business. Like that's
Yeah. That's I can understand that.
yeah.
I used to work at a restaurant in junior high and high school, and we had a Friday night was all you can eat perch night.
Ooh.
Yeah, with fried perch, really good.
Right.
But
A bird?
our boss, no perch. What a bird sits on. You were chewing on the wood.
Oh,
They
yeah.
deep fried it. It was fantastic.
You had a woody.
Yeah, it was just gnawing on a woody.
I can't.
No, perch, a fish.
A fish,
It was a fish.
Okay.
We don't know perch.
Right, okay. It's
We know
That's
whiting. We know carp,
tilapia, maybe. I don't know.
tilapia.
Tilapia. Anyway, the people would do that to him every now and then, and they'd say, "Can we get a good to-go box?" And he'd say, "Sure." He'd pick up their plate, walk over, and dump it in the trash. He said, "It'll go later." This guy was fantastically rude. I loved him.
That's
but at the
great.
same time, there were times he couldn't stand me because I was always a bit of a smart aleck. Can you
What?
believe that?
What? Can't imagine that.
No.
Well, he'd say something to me out in front of the customers, and most of the customers were there regular. It was a small town; they were regulars.
Right.
Most of us knew them, and he'd start in on me about something. I'd just start firing back at him. He'd get mad and walk away, and the customers loved it. They're like, dinner in the show."
Dinner in the show.
He called me back in his office one time. He's like, "Well, I know we joke around back in the kitchen a lot, and that's fine, but you can't do that to me in front of the customers." I was like, "Then don't try to do it to me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So whatever you try to give me, I'm gonna give it back to you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I used to mess with him because I think I quit that job like 7 times. My brother's got the record. He did it 9. He quit and came back.
Right.
And every time he'd get mad, he'd just write up his 2-week notice and stick it up by the schedule board. And then, of course, there were two bosses. It was a husband and wife, and the husband couldn't stand me. The thing is, I was a teenager with work ethic.
Oh.
So his wife loved me.
Because
I'd get stuff done.
Right.
But when I got stuff done, I'd have a blast.
Is there really any other way to do things?
Absolutely not.
No.
See, you get it done, then you have fun.
Yeah.
But he, when I quit, I loved doing this to him because I'd go back and I'd ask him first if I could have my job back. But I'd do it in the dining room. I'd go in and have something to eat, and I would ask him in front of the waitress. Because what would happen is, you left, I don't think we can use you anymore.
Right.
Well, the waitress would go back in the kitchen and tell his wife.
Gotcha.
And it'd be like 2 minutes later, I'd hear, get out here! And I'd hear her yelling for a few minutes, and he'd come out. I was like, well, I guess if you want to start back Wednesday, you can start back. I did that to him every time I quit. I don't know why he didn't like me.
I can't imagine.
Yes, it was fun. It was one of the best places to ever get your first job experience.
Yeah,
the only
you're
problem
young.
is it's probably why I got fired from a lot of jobs later in life.
Probably. You got spoiled.
They kind of stuck with you.
Yeah.
But I think that working in food service is such a valuable life lesson because you never look at restaurants.
No,
or,
absolutely. I think everybody should have at least a year
Yeah.
that they have to work.
I tell
in
my people
restaurants.
all the time, I'm like, dude, y'all don't want to go messing around when you go in the restaurant,
it's
pissing people off.
Yeah.
You
Sam
just
might
do
have to
not
bleep
know.
that, Keith.
What did I say? Did I say
P
one?
word, the P word. You can't
Oh.
say the P word.
Oh, you can't?
Ask
Okay.
Scotty Mays. He got yelled at.
What? I didn't even.
Anyway.
We can't say it
okay.
twice now.
Yeah, you can't
But
say
anyway,
it twice.
but yeah, you just don't know. So you definitely want to watch
Oh, yeah. Well, that's...
with a cook or a waitress or.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You
They're
never,
handling
you
your
never
food.
send your food back unless you don't plan to eat it. You never complain until after you get your food.
Right.
Never.
Right.
Because
I don't complain about it.
Oh,
My
yeah,
mom
yeah,
hates me because I don't put it on the plate. I'm eating it.
yeah, there you go.
Get it close enough.
Yeah.
But she, oh my gosh, she will complain, and then you can tell when it comes back again, then it's worse.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
she'll send it back, and I'm like, you keep sending it back,
Oh, never. No, see, once is bad.
right?
Yeah.
More than that, yeah. I know what goes back in restaurants sometimes when you don't complain.
Yeah. Right.
And I do know you don't want to walk in. I will never go into a restaurant because if it's getting late at night and they might be closing, and I'll walk in, I'll say, "What time do you close?"
Yes.
Well, we're closing in about 20 minutes. I was like,
Thank you.
"Okay, we'll have it." No, that's all right.
Yeah, because they're
We
okay
have
with
it,
it.
yeah.
But that cook in the back that just cleaned
Oh, yeah.
that griddle
Yes.
off,
Absolutely,
That's
absolutely,
exactly it.
and you order
absolutely.
grilled cheese.
Yeah.
He's
We
putting
had a
that
guy.
bad boy.
We had a guy used to come in like every Friday night, right like 2 minutes before we close, and order a large pizza, and that was like the longest thing to cook.
Right.
And we hated that guy, but one day the cook was back here. He was cutting the pizza and he was grumbling because it was like 9:30. We closed at 9. He's still chopping, and as he's chopping, I walked by and just smacked the knife. About 2/3 of that pizza slid off and landed upside down on the floor. Yep, you did it. He just scooped it right back, scooped cheese off the floor, sprinkled a bit more, melted the cheese, sent it out.
Yeah.
And
Enjoy your pizza.
And that guy said, "Man, that was one of the best pizzas I've ever tasted." It's like, yep, a lot of flavor on that
Yeah.
one. You're still tasting breakfast on that one. We ain't mopped since 6 o'clock this morning.
It's so good it floored me.
Yeah.
I love the puns. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, I
Wow.
get my pizza with extra grout.
And-
All right. Moving on. A curvaceous rat
what?
in Bensheim, Germany, is making international headlines after an embarrassing mishap, getting stuck in a manhole cover. The reason the situation you were thinking Richard Gere. The reason the situation is getting so much attention is probably because even in the face of adversity, the rat looked ridiculously cute. How does a rat look cute? Anyway, we don't know how the rat got stuck, said Andrea Steinbeck of nonprofit animal rescue group Berufsstiftung Rhein-Neckar.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why he reads the news.
Try to make a T-shirt out of that.
Yeah. I don't even know what I said. Probably can't air it. The rescue went viral after the group posted images of the misfortunate animal on Facebook on Sunday. Steinbach added that about the rat was so portly simply because of an abundance of, quote, good food. Yes, it's such an adorable disease-carrying rodent.
Yeah.
Aw.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they're considering cute nowadays.
I like the way they described it. Curvaceous.
No wonder I can't get lucky.
Curvaceous rat. Yeah. I'm definitely Googling that one.
Yeah.
Googling curvaceous rats.
Yeah.
That's sick. A cookie-loving... what?
No, I'm waiting.
Okay.
Waiting
You looked
with
at me like you were
bated
expecting
breath
so
for
much more.
No, I've learned not to expect more with you,
That's
Tom.
true. That's true. You know me so well. I don't have control. A cookie-loving, pot-bellied pig is back home after her brief escape was thwarted by a pack of, quote, most stuffed Oreos. Ohio's Middletown Division of Police posted on Facebook about the pig caught hoofing it down the street Friday. And though law enforcement initially identified the pig as a he, the animal's owner, Yvette Hoffman, revealed in comments on the post that her pet is actually a female named Charlotte.
Charlotte the pig.
Who she noted was excited to meet her new fans. Dispatchers had received calls about the pig on the lam around 12:30 p.m. Friday. Hoffman said on Facebook that a passerby had apparently let Charlotte out of the yard. Don't let the pig out of the yard. That should be the sign on her gate.
Right.
Yeah.
Why
Beware
did she...
of watch pig.
I have to say this. Charlotte was the spider.
Yes.
Charlotte was. That's
because
right.
it's Charlotte's
Yes.
web.
That bothers me
You
when
cannot-
people
a
name
pig
pigs
cannot-
Charlotte.
Spin a web.
So what was the pig's name?
Wilbur.
Wilbur.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take great issue with this. And I'm not just hamming it up either.
Yeah, we have
Nice. I was going to say, now I'm hungry. Yeah, where's that Charlotte at?
Yeah, we have tapped into a nerve here. We've hit a nerve,
I know.
haven't we?
Yes. Well, it's just because it should be consistent.
Yes. But you can't name a female pig Wilbur. It'd have gender identity issues its whole pig life.
I mean, there are way worse things you could name a pig.
Yep. Sometimes you have to consider pork futures when you're naming a pig. Moving on. A sweet story that went viral has taken a dark turn. It was about a pig.
Oh, here we go.
Last week, a South Carolina mother posted on Facebook that a man bought some 120 boxes of Girl Scout cookies so that the children selling them could get out of the cold. How very sweet. That same individual who bought the cookies has now been arrested. Drug Enforcement Administration spokesperson Wade Sparks tells NPR. The man, identified as Dietrich Lee McGowan, was one of the group named in a 22-count federal indictment that included conspiracy to distribute cocaine, heroin, and fentanyl. McGowan has entered a plea of not guilty to the 10 counts he's implicated in, according to the federal court records. It's not clear where he was arrested or whether the viral post praising the man's generosity assisted authorities in finding him. The arrest warrant was issued last Tuesday, while McGowan helped the Girl Scouts on Friday. So it's very thoughtful, and no good deed
goes unpunished.
That's why I don't buy Girl Scout cookies anymore.
Well, because they're all laced with cocaine, is what I mean.
Well, they are now.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. McGowan. These Thin Mints were never better.
Well, the Lunchable situation from a few weeks ago didn't work out, so they're trying Girl Scout cookies now.
Got to try everything. You know,
Wow.
That's a great distribution racket that the Girl Scouts have anyway. So you might as well take advantage of it.
Yeah.
If you can get the Girl Scouts to sell your Coke, why not?
Yeah. What kind of badge you get for that?
Is that hi?
Hi.
We're not ready for you yet. It's okay. You can have it. Is there another chair? Karen Jaffe's just walked into the studio. So yeah. We'll get to her in a minute. For now, just be quick. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I love you, Karen. Thanks for coming. Well, there isn't an extra mic, so you'd have to sit on Keith's lap. Well, okay. A couple of drinks, why not?
It's like the whole premise of this show.
Yes, pretty much. Just it's all about control. Police received a surprise when they were called to check on the welfare of a cardboard cutout figure. Officers in the snowy northern state of Minnesota were told an adult male had been seen standing, quote, motionless outside while wearing no coat in the cold and hugging a pillow. The figure turned out to be a life-size cardboard cutout of local millionaire and inventor Mike Lindell, the CEO of the popular My Pillow brand. Yes, My Pillow's out in the cold. Jordan Police Department wrote on a Facebook page, those cardboard cutouts sure can look real from a distance, and the caller was certainly was not wanting to get too close to this deranged person standing outside hugging a pillow. Always better to call the police. So yeah, and I heard that guy was like busted for cocaine a while back. The My Pillow guy or something like that.
Wasn't that Billy Mays?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, but I'm just saying in addition to.
In addition, okay. So is there cocaine in the pillows?
Why not? You'd never get to sleep that way, but.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess eventually you just.
That's why he was standing outside in the cold and holding it.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yep, nice and warm. Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
The whole time, Karen. This is what we're all about here.
Yeah.
So why'd they ask you to be on?
To run the cameras.
Right. To run the camera.
No, because we love Keith. I love Keith.
Well, I just met you.
Yeah, we just met.
Well, I love Keith.
Okay.
I love you, Keith.
But I'm not saying I've grown to love you now. This has been
Right. It's been an experience.
Oh yeah, it's been fun.
I believe we have one more time for one more. If I can get it out.
Time for one more.
Well, we don't now that you screwed up that lead in.
Never mind.
We're out of time.
Thanks for listening. The world's #1 bridge player has been banned after failing a drug test. Norwegian Geir Helgimo was handed a 1-year ban after testing positive for synthetic testosterone and a female fertility drug at a competition last year. He will not be able to compete in events until November 2020 and has also had all titles, medals, and points from the 2018 World Bridge Series event revoked. The World Bridge Federation is recognized by the International Olympic Committee and must follow the World Anti-Doping Agency rules. Bridge is a card game which usually involves 4 players sat around a table.
Wait, it involves what?
4 players sat around a table.
I thought you said foreplay. I just got real interested in bridge.
Yep. Well, we're building bridges here.
Oh, let me see the cards you're playing with, then.
You will be disappointed. Just saying.
So he took steroids to play cards?
Well, it's synthetic testosterone could mean he's a testicular cancer survivor. Right, because they would have to, in that situation, possibly have some kind of testosterone injection.
Oh, okay.
After they lose the boys.
And a lot of middle-aged men tend to use testosterone supplements.
Why are you pointing at me?
I'm not.
What do you know?
But they use it to help
Stay out of my bathroom.
energy and to increase their desire for relations.
Relations, yes.
And
Nice.
and also to help with like muscle growth if they're like training or because men just they don't. Never mind. I'm getting all sciencey about
Wait a
it.
minute, I'm writing this stuff down. Yeah. Finish. I'm 55. I need all the help I can get.
But there was one other thing that what was the other thing?
What was the other thing? There was a female fertility drug.
Now
which
that makes
one I
no
don't
damn
understand.
sense.
Yes, that one I don't understand. But Yeah.
One-stop shop.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to. He's just trying to be different things.
Wow.
Try something different. I don't know. I guess I'd have to know more about this individual to make a judgment about him.
Yeah, I'm good.
We're
I don't
good.
need to know.
All right, Keith, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Do you have anything else you want to throw out there? Any more things you want to plug before you run away from this disaster?
Right. I believe next month I have a Wiley's with Mr. Ranson Funny
for
That
Cry
Way
for
show
Help?
coming
Oh,
up.
Funny That Way or Cry for Help?
Yes.
Okay, that one. Okay.
Yes. I'm still waiting to get info on it, but I think it's, if
So
I'm not
am I,
mistaken.
because I got to put it on the website.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I asked him like 2 weeks ago.
So when you know, let me know, and then
Okay, we'll
Then we'll let you
communicate
know.
somehow. I have to track Dale down and find out something, or track Ranson down, or somebody.
I don't think that'll be too hard to.
He can't
catch.
get away.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dale.
Yep. Yeah, we're just pulling your leg.
Oh no, Dale.
I think on that note, we're going to go.
We're going to hell now.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a pleasure having you in
Thank
here.
you for having me on the first
you
show.
gonna stick
It's been
around
great.
one of the cameras
Very
for
nice
us?
I will be sticking around.
Okay, you are.
Working
you're
the-
one of my
running
favorite
the
people. You
cameras.
know that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a little break. We'll be back here in a few minutes with the lovely Karen Jaffe, if I can even say your
Bye-bye.
name right.